Yo, it's Tuesday. It's breaking the mold. I'm Energon Addict, and I'm here with the guys. So I'm gonna start off
Popeyes.
with Mr. JD Brocious.
Hi.
What's
Hey.
up, baby?
What's up? How we doing?
Good, bro. I started off for you because you had a special day, right? This weekend.
Ooh.
Did I?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yes.
I mean, so tell us about it.
Oh. Well, it was my birthday Saturday.
Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, JD.
Aw,
How was it, dude?
Thanks, guys. So to my surprise, got to see some very needed to see friends. It was a very, very good time. Chan and a bunch of people were keeping secrets from me, and
Whoa.
yep.
That's it.
I got home from work on Friday. I had already taken Saturday off because it was my birthday and I didn't want to work. But Lowry and Bethany were here. Well, the Lowrys were here. I'll say that. So that was like the first surprise, and then the next day we all wake up and like 11 rolls around and Court just strolls in.
Nice.
So then we was like, okay, well, I kind of want to go to like GameStop and shit because I had stuff on pre-order that actually came in for once. So I'm like, I'd like to go pick it up. It's been sitting there for, a week and a half. And before they went and sold it again, I wanted to make sure I got it and got it.
What'd you get?
Yeah, what you get?
So there was a bunch of Black Series stuff that I had sitting aside, and then I had pre-ordered the Boba Fett helmet for Chan.
Ooh.
And they actually, like, when they got it, it was at the beginning of the lockdown situation, and they called, and I said, okay, well, we'll get in when we can. Everything's kind of nutty right now, so he was like, no problem, it'll be here. And we went to go pick it up shortly after this had been over, and they ended up selling it out from under us. So,
Oh,
yep.
Those
So,
I'm trying to
bastards.
think of a Boba Fett line from the movie that fits, but I can't think of one.
yeah. But like, luckily, our good friend, he kind of bounces around from store to store. He works at one like right up the street. Well, not right up the street, but it's like not far from our house. He called me and was like, "Hey, I heard the situation with your pre-orders over at the other store. Don't you worry, I got your back. We got stuff here. I got to take care of you. I know you guys spent a lot of money here, and all that kind of stuff." So he let everybody know in the store, like, hey, we got to take care of this guy. If he comes in to get his stuff, treat him good, blah, blah,
He's
blah.
royalty, people. You
I-
bow when he walks into the store.
Actually, my ancestors protected royalties
There you go.
riches. So,
Wait, what'd you say, JD? Protected royalties, what?
riches.
Riches.
Like wealth
Treasure.
and treasures.
So they were like, is that I wonder if there's a term for that.
Well, they were...
Bankers.
Wow. Okay, so my birthday story's been sidetracked like 3 times over.
No problem.
Anyway, no, my ancestors were considered Templars,
Templars.
which that's essentially what they did, was guard the treasure, and they were like the elite guard or whatever. Anyway, yes.
Cool.
So we went into the GameStop, and I went to pick all my stuff up, and I turn around, and Mike Kincaid and Vanessa are standing there. And
Oh,
I'm
look
like,
at
what the
that.
fuck? I was
At
like,
GameStop?
yeah,
Wow. What
yeah.
a coincidence.
What a coincidence. So, yeah. From there, we all came back, or we took a trip to Walmart just for shits and giggles, and then we came back here, and
So how much were the shits and giggles? Were they in stock or did all the bots get them?
all the bots got them.
Oh, that's a shame.
Very
Empty
good.
shelves.
Yep, it was empty. It was a bust, total bust.
Damn.
Yep.
I'm always up for shits and giggles. They're always out of stock, man. Fucking scalpers.
Fucking scalpers. But then we came back to the house, and my brother,
You have a brother?
yeah, younger
Damn.
brother.
Yeah, he's talked about him a few times, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Dude,
Uh,
I restart every week, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Blank slate.
Wolfie and Crystal,
Sweet.
his wife, were here. It was, oh man, it was like the biggest fucking surprise that I've had, and it was awesome. Our friends Ash and Kyle came over. My friend Jim and his wife to be, Ferna, they were here. My dad showed up. My mom was here.
Wow, look at you.
It was pretty awesome. It was a big surprise. I had no idea.
What, are you giving out free beer or something?
No, no, no,
No.
no.
It's just my lovely complexion and my beautiful
Animal
face.
magnetism.
And people just love me.
I had the shits and giggles this morning.
Oh,
That must have been some big shits and giggles.
Fuck.
wow. It kind of does, like the shaved
Yeah, you
part.
do kind of look like Merlin.
Really?
You look like Merlin.
Yeah.
I know magic.
Well, you're guarding the royal's sword,
So
Excalibur. Where do you store it? In behind one of those doors that Dust talks about all the time.
Yep. It's
It's right behind his
It's
beard.
here.
What are you talking about?
yeah. Hold on.
It's hidden in there.
So Jay, it sounds like you had a good birthday, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
man.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
What, you guys barbecue? Did you barbecue, JD?
So Chan cooked like tacos and all
Ooh.
kinds of stuff. So there was like chicken, steak.
Can't beat
The
that.
hell else was there, man? I'm forgetting a bunch of shit, but
I'm sure there are a bunch of salads and
yeah, there was all kinds of other stuff. But there was so there's a local ice cream place that they've been around for like 30 years, 40 years. So like the guy's parents ran it, and he took over after they were they couldn't do it anymore. So he took it over, and he's been doing like single serving cups or like by the quart tubs of ice cream, but he also cooks food in there as well. And he did a big thing of brisket, like beef brisket. Yeah, so it was killer.
that's good stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's all I'd like to do is eat on my birthday, yo.
Now I feel even worse that I wasn't there.
I wish you were here. I know
I'll
that
be
you
honest.
wanted to, but
Did you get the invite, Dave? Or...
That we all did.
yeah.
But I will say this: you guys are laughing. You guys are talking about shits and giggles. I had a lot of shits but no giggles this weekend, so I probably wouldn't have made it anyway. So
Oh,
yeah, we went. Had taken off on Thursday and Friday, and went for lobster rolls on Friday, and I think that's what did it.
Whoa. What, you get butter or
You went all the way to Maine?
mayo?
No, but it's funny you say that, Brian, because I'll say this: we haven't went anywhere, right? I've been stuck here for months. So this was the one day that me and the wife decided, hey, let's go out to eat somewhere. And this place is outdoors. So I was like, all right, it's outdoors. At least we ain't got to go in with a bunch of people. We're going to go in when it opens. So that way, we miss the lunch
Yeah, you
rush.
don't have to wait in line, yeah.
Right. We were the first people there, like literally. Like they were just cleaning still and setting up. And then we're walking across the street ready to go in. So I ordered a Connecticut roll, which is a lobster roll with butter and all the fixings and stuff. Then we shared fish tacos. I got fries or whatever else, and we got some drinks because we had left my kid with her grandparents, and we got some drinks. And guess what?
What?
You got the shits.
When we were eating, my wife goes, "Look, we could just tell everybody we went to Maine." You know what I mean?
Yep.
So then later
Should've
that
took a
day, we
picture.
got hungry again, and I had Jamaican food for dinner. So my
Oh,
wife's
God.
like, "Look, we went to Maine and we went to Jamaica. What a great day, So we had a great day. Got really blasted because all we did was hang out and drink, and I smoked all day. So then, come the next morning, my tummy's rumbling, and I don't know what's going on. And that was the end. That was it. I mean, from then on, it was
Jamaican, you poop.
It was the Jamaican and the Manians fighting in your stomach.
it was war. It was war in my belly, and it wasn't fun.
Jamaican, you poop.
Yeah, man. So
Get this lobster out of here.
that would have been a fun trip to JD's if we were like on the way there, and that whole thing would have played out the same way because I would have had to make a rest stop every 15 minutes or so.
Oh.
Blowing up his bathroom.
Well,
So
you would have
bad, man.
had 3 bathrooms here to choose from. So
I would have
You could have violated
designated
all
one for
3 of them.
myself.
Yeah, he'd be
That's
squatting.
Dave's.
Squatted pottying it up.
Yep.
But yeah, but that was my weekend. So Brian, I'm hoping yours was better.
Yeah. No. But what did I do? It's funny, like that I'm just working way too much.
Did you lose your tail again, Eeyore?
But
I don't know where it went.
Oh.
Saturday, I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. Sunday was.
Well, he wasn't here.
Sunday, I didn't eat the whole day until like 11 p.m. And I'm like, holy shit, I haven't fucking eaten today.
You didn't get any like crumbles in your tummy or anything? Like you
I was just no, man. I ended up having a peanut butter sandwich before I went to bed.
That's it.
Sucks. Like fucking Jose's posting like making bacon cheeseburgers. I've had fucking ground meat in the fridge since 2 weekends ago, and I was like, one of these I'm gonna make some hamburgers this weekend. I'm gonna make some hamburgers this week. I'm gonna do it today. No, can't. I fucking gotta work. Nope. I don't know. I looked at them today. They're still pink and stuff. I mean, I don't know. They're like in this shrink wrap type of thing. I was like, I don't know. Do I risk it? Do I not?
I had some
don't
meat.
know. Fuck it.
Take a sniff
man,
to it.
dude.
Take a sniff test to it.
Man.
And some meat
No,
patties.
then I'd have to break the
Extra
seal,
slimy?
and then I bet as soon as I break that plastic, it's gonna turn brown.
It's
Yeah.
going to disintegrate.
So, yeah,
Well, if they're frozen, they'll be all right.
yeah, they're not.
Like another
Listen to
another
what
8
he
months.
said.
No.
Thus said, throw it out or you'll be like Dave.
Yeah,
Exactly. The shapoopies.
yeah.
Nah.
So yeah, that was my weekend. I didn't get out and go walk the park like I wanted to. It's fucking heat.
Oh, dude.
I don't know, guys. Like every year, I think about it. I'm like, was it this hot this much last year?
No,
I
it
don't
was
know.
not. No, it wasn't.
It's like the real feel is like in the 105s for like 10 days straight now. I'm like, what the fuck? But shout out to new HVAC systems because even though it's crazy, my electric bill only went up like $10 this year compared to last year. And here I am sitting at home keeping this house at 71 degrees all day long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And it's not even going up. So I'm like,
Energy
that's good.
efficiency, my friend. Yes.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty nice.
I did some of that. Me and my dad did a little bit of that work yesterday because
Man.
our AC's not cooling the way it should.
Oh, mhm.
Oh.
So,
Put a couple more ice cubes in the ice block.
yeah. Some goddamn big ice blocks.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I knew people were going to JD's house, and I thought Jose was going, so I'm like checking his Instagram like every 5 minutes. I'm like, where's the pics? Where's the pics? Where's the pics? Where's the pics? And then lo and behold, I find that he didn't go, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's why there's no pics. That's why there's no pics. But no, well.
Yeah.
Anyway, JD, I'm glad you had a good time. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
wasn't
happy
there.
birthday, my friend.
It was awesome. Thank you. Wish you guys could have been here, but there's always next time.
Well, dude, knock on some fucking wood every time you say that nowadays. It's like, yeah, sure. I'll
Well,
get a girlfriend next year. So, oh, look, pandemic. Can't fucking get one. Oh, well, shit.
Jesus.
We're going here tonight,
Well,
guys. We're
hey,
going here.
it's not going to get. Hey, Brian, let me say this: it's not going to get any better just sitting there.
Nope, it's not.
That's Brian. That's like me. Like every week goes by, I'm like, I'm gonna start working out. So at the end of this pandemic, I look
Yeah.
good. You know. Fucking another week goes by, more cupcakes go down the fucking throat, and you're like, you know what?
I have to say, I mean, one of the nice things about, I don't know, being stressed out all the time was, you know, this whole thing started. I was maintaining my weight. I was being really good, and then, like, dude, then it was became kielbasa season. Then I could tell it was just bad. But then, and like in the last couple of weeks, like I put my belt on today because I had to go leave the house after work, and dude, I'm on the last belt loop, and my pants are still falling down. So I'm like, all right.
Well, that's what
Something
happens
good
when you
comes of
starve
this.
yourself
Yeah.
all Sunday and only have a peanut butter sandwich.
Maybe
at
that's what it
12 o'clock.
Oh, your produce.
Are you fucking in prison?
Yeah.
People in
Dude,
prison are
like,
eating better than you.
Like I finally made fixins to like get to make a salad every day. Got them all last week, and then I've just been working through. Fuck, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. God damn it. But yeah. So
I don't know
bought
what's
all these.
going on with
I
the
bought
chat.
lettuce and shit. I was
Dude,
gonna.
you're working like they're
I-
outside your door watching you.
God damn, son of a bitch! Didn't eat any salad. Just like it's still sitting there in the crisper. Like I dare not open it. I mean,
Oh, it's going to turn brown.
fucking trash days tomorrow, man. Just take the drawer out, dump it in the fucking tin thing, and take it out.
That's it.
Fuck it.
Raccoon food.
Salad next week.
Well, that sounds fun.
That's a great weekend, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to beat that. I swear, man.
Well, try to beat it, Dom, because it's your turn to tell us how your weekend was.
My weekend was good. It was Friday. I was in your neck.
Oh, your weekend was good. We don't
Davey.
care. Okay, let's go. What's going on with the show?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, it was good. It was good. Like I went to the beach. I spent a beach night at Long Island. I think I was in Jones Beach, but like it was nice. We went to see some of my wife's friends, and it was one of their birthdays as well. And
Is the water different from Jersey?
We never made it to the water. I forgot. Like we were I forgot the club. Like there was a bar that we were by. It was called like the Salt Shack. I think it was called, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you know a bar called the Salt Shack.
No.
Up in Jones Beach area over there. So they open, I guess, due to this epidemic. They are not during the day. They don't allow outsiders. You only people or residents of Long Island can go to the beach during the day. So they open it up to anybody to come after 5 o'clock. So we ended up driving over there, and it's free after 5. So we drove up, pulled some chairs up right next to the bar. You bring your own cooler. You can drink and have a good time and just chat it up with friends. And she hasn't seen him for a long time, so we used to go camping with them every year. So this was like something that we were desperately needing to see them, since we haven't seen them for almost 2 years now. So
Wow.
So do you guys just hang out with masks all night?
no, we kept our distance. Like we were able to, we sat, a good distance apart, to the point that we weren't that far away that we were yelling at each other. But they had the bar had a live band playing, so it was outside bar, so there was nothing inside. There was more outside seating type area. So, but Long Island's crazy. They're like on phase 16, I guess, where they're just dry humping each other on the streets. So.
What? You know what made me laugh though?
I didn't believe that you guys have indoor seating now still in Long Island. Like that's amazing. Like you guys actually have indoor seating available at restaurants, which we don't even have that in Jersey yet. So
they have it here.
Oh, they do, JD?
Yeah.
They were supposed to do that like 2 weeks ago, and the governor ixnayed that. So we're still eating out of tents in parking lots and street corners.
What was funny is what you said before is that they don't allow people during the day from outside be on the beach, but at night go ahead. If the cops can't see you, go ahead and fucking get sick. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't fucking matter.
Like I guess there was a time where they were allowing just open to anyone, and I guess it got really crowded or really packed. They were saying, and two of her friend lived there, so they said it got ridiculous. Like people were getting turned around, and they ended up just abandoning their cars in the middle of the street and literally jumping over the barriers to go to the beach and just leaving their cars out in the middle of the street because they drove down so far, so long to just get there and not go to the beach and turn around was not an answer that they were going to accept. So, but it got really crazy, and I think the following weekend they were actually threatening people that they were going to tow their cars. They had all the police lined up with cars. I'm sorry.
Cars.
But look, I guess then they just shut it down and they said just residents only. But it was good. It was cool. It was fun. Saturday, I just did some shopping, did some toy hunting, which was probably, not as,
Did you find shits and giggles? Or were they
No,
sold out?
I did not. I did not shine shits and giggles.
Not as lucrative as you usually do.
I found piss and vinegar, but not shits and giggles. But it was not that I really didn't find much. A lot of things they would. I guess Walmart and Target are restocking or repositioning or resetting or whatever they call it these days. So there was rumors that Target was putting out those G.I. Joe's exclusives early, which I did not stumble across a Target that did that in my area. So they have them. When I asked them or give them the DPCI, they say they have 6 on hand and they're in the back, but close right next to the description has a date called 8/14, and people say, "Oh, I can't go get it." So I'm like, "Oh, just go get it." So
Chan and I went to Target this morning.
Yeah, because apparently they're ringing up. Like if you ring, typically at Target, if you ring something up that was street dated, it wouldn't allow you to ring up. But apparently they're not. Like when you ring up the item, they're ringing out. So they're not like if they are street dated, they don't have the UPC. Yeah, the UPC is not recognizing anything of street date or anything like that. So. Dude,
I don't know, man. If I really, really wanted them, I would go to the self checkout, and sometimes they have those people there, and I wouldn't do the bait and switch, right? I wouldn't pick up a Marvel Blue Beetle or whatever the fuck it is, and buy the things instead. I would just whip out a bunch of 20s. It's like, all right, I got 4 figures here. Here's $80, and just throw it in the guy's face and leave
and run.
Yep, bring it. It's the money. Take it. I'm not fucking stealing.
It's not stealing.
Fuck you.
There's $10 extra for the fucking tax.
Yeah, sorry about the mess.
I think that's how they did it.
There you go.
I think that's how they did it in medieval times, Brian, when they were purchasing things.
Or in Star Wars.
I'm here for shits and giggles, God damn it! Just take the money and laugh at me while I walk out of here with my toys.
Put it on TikTok or something.
It's just it's like it's like the age-old discussions of just like the debate like around Transformers, like articulation versus how it looks, blah blah blah, and it's like, and then here we are talking about fucking idiots putting shit out on a shelf that you can't buy, and then people complaining about it. What the hell? It's just, it's so dumb.
I tell you, it was funny.
It makes the fun hobby seem dumb. I don't know.
I was also searching for those, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know some people on this panel are looking for them, so I was trying to keep out. Oh, you found them! Look at you!
Look at
I
you!
got it for my birthday.
Woo!
Oh wow!
Let's get a close up on that, JD.
Look at you. That's nice.
Dude, that looks nice, man.
Well, Frank Harvey found me a set, and he also found me a metalhead. Cool. So I have to pick that up from him, and I've been kind of busy, trying to schedule that to pick him up because he also lives in the land of honey over here, and but he seems he seems to have some
Will.
inside connections, which is always good to have. But unfortunately, I had every Target I've went to, you know, the NECA section looks like a fucking tornado hit it. So God knows if there is a KC or a fucking a metalhead lying in there, it probably can't be seen.
Check behind the pops.
Exactly. I saw that post. Some video. Some guy was like,
That was Caleb.
Yeah, Kalen was. It was like hiding behind something. But I'm also looking for that Mutant Gin tour set. I'm definitely as ugly as they.
Who saw that?
Caleb
saw that too.
Yeah, I reached out to him. I was like, "Oh, dude, did they have any more?" But he's like telling me that the guy, for some fucking reason, the Target employee was being a body bouncer, a club bouncer, and allowing like, you know, everybody who came in or were interested in the set only to buy one per customer. So, and he was like very adamant about the fact that you can't buy a second set or anything like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
But he said like by the time he went back, they were all gone. He said they had like 4 or 5 sets of them. So
is that like a really like something that people want? Because like it looks a little funny to me.
Oh, I want it because I actually went to one of those concerts.
Oh God!
So
you did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, as a kid or
as a young, I was like, I think I was like 13. Yeah, 13. 12. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like a teenager.
Okay.
In the 90s, so it was like, you know, it was something that like me and a group of friends, mother took us out to because we all like Ninja Turtles, and they were playing, I think, at the PNC. I think back in the day in the Menlands.
Tom, did you get one of those flashlights with the long lurly things on it and?
No,
like
not really.
The
like,
visor that's transparent red with the blinky lights that goes over the top. No, it says turtle power.
Yeah,
no?
typically, like we don't, like I don't buy that stuff.
Did you get a snow cone?
Yeah, we got. I think she took out like his mother took us out to dinner afterwards and stuff like that. So, but it was a fun. Like I remember we were up in like the nosebleeds, and it was fun. For what it was, but like nothing that it doesn't bring any type of nostalgia back for me or memories of that day or whatever the case may be. But I just think it's just so interesting that they made that set, and just for what it is, I would love to have that in my collection. So, especially it's because of, you know, the turtles and everything like that, and
you just want it because it says exclusive in front of it.
Yes, and it says exclusive. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But I heard like it sold out. Like same thing with everything else on Target's website. It sold out within seconds. So, I was literally like refreshing the Google site with that, like with it there to see the link pop up. The link pops up. I opened up the link, and by the time the link opens up, it said sold out. So it's like we're
gonna get into that today.
Yeah, we will.
Talk a little bit about that. Before we do that, I just want to give something away. So I said I was going to give something away twice every show for the next few weeks. So we're giving something away, all of us at BTM. And courtesy of My Action Figure Customs, we're going to be giving away where is it? A custom head.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
So
get back on duty.
Bearded custom skull head.
That's so
he's
cool.
like, he's dead, but his beard is still growing. It doesn't matter.
JD.
Yes.
That's what JD is going to look like when he's
that beard said death is not an option.
A skeleton zombie
keeping him alive.
So I'm going to ask a question. The first person to get it right wins. We're going to continue. We're not going to wait and pause until we get a winner. When I see the first winner that spells it right, that's how we're going to go. Okay? So question of the day, first question of the day is reputed to be the richest murderer in Mythos. Who am I talking about?
The richest murderer
in Mythos.
Whoa. So he got paid for murders? He was like Deadshot?
Or we'll let them answer. Well, you can't answer, Brian. You can't.
Eric Von Killamall.
He's probably coming though. So
Murderous Van Sputin.
all right, so let's go on. So somebody, let somebody win. Boom, 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 boom. Justin Morgan, got it. Justin won.
Oh,
Justin.
Nice.
Lord
Good job, Justin.
Justin. Wait,
Justin, I think you have my
he was the
info.
richest murderer?
Look, I'll show
So
you.
that figure is named after the guy that runs ToyCon. That's so funny.
yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaks
All right, cool.
volumes,
Good shit.
Brian.
Glad
Speaks
somebody
volumes.
won. All right. So before the show, the guys and us were talking about, recent stuff that's come out this week. I know last week we spoke briefly about, buying things online and the frustration doing that, as well as, the bots. We kind of touch base on the bot situation. This week,
Thanks,
I think
Tyler.
we're going to focus more on, again, the frustration about the pre-orders, but also what's important to us. At least for me, I want to kind of talk about, I didn't go crazy about the pre-orders. I got a few. I mean, there were certain things that I kind of jump towards because I know that you gotta get it early or you're not getting it at all. And then there's other things that I'm kind of like, you know what, I can wait. So my example of that is Mezco came out with a few exclusives, right? Like one after the other, basically.
No warning.
No warning, just, I mean, kind of a warning, but not really. And then, boom, guess what? You know what I'm saying? We got a Gomez figure. What was it? $170?
Yep.
Yeah, lots of stuff though.
Lots of stuff. Did you get one, Brian?
No,
So,
I've got one. I'm good.
oh, you get one? Okay, good.
No. I've got a Gomez somewhere around here.
Oh, okay.
What'd you
He's
get?
right
You
there.
got the
He's right
Street
behind-
Gomez.
He's on your head.
Yeah.
So, with that said, I think it didn't sell out as fast as it typically would because of the price. So I was able to get one pretty easily. But then for some reason when the first batch sold out, that's when everybody started complaining. For until the next batch came out and they started doing the pre-orders, right?
The Gomez, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I got mine fairly easy. The guys threw it up in the chat. They were like, it's up. And I couldn't find it, so I was bugging out originally, and I had the guys were like, it's there, keep checking. Problem is what you don't realize is if you're on, I do it on my mobile. So if you jump into a website on your mobile, it's gonna take you back the same way it took you there the last time. Unless you delete your cookies and all that stuff from your phone.
Oh.
So it's not gonna take me there. So I had to have somebody actually send me the link in order for me to find it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I remember it basically sold out within an hour, but it stayed up for an entire hour. And it wasn't until that hour was up that I started seeing people bitching in the groups, and then a pre-order went up right after that. So I just wanted to see what you guys take on that figure specifically, and
So
on it, or how was your experience with it?
Dave, so for that Gomez that we got, the Gold Ninja, right? That first initial pre-order sold out in an hour, and then they put up another pre-order for a later date, later date.
Well, I think the pre-order is for coming out later on, right?
Yeah, I saw that they did that with the Skull exclusive,
Right.
Where I missed the first one,
Uh-huh.
and I went ahead and ordered, or saw you sent me the link and it was back up, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll just order it there, and I don't care if I get it this year or next year, I don't give a shit. But
Right.
at the end of the day, I didn't know that they did that for the. Did they do the same thing for the Gold Ninja Gomez?
That's what they did. If they didn't, it was at least a waitlisted. And if it's waitlisted,
gotcha.
I mean, my experience is waitlisted. If you usually get it if you wait, if you join the wait list.
Yes.
So I've joined. It's not until it actually says sold out that you're pretty much asked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know waitlisted. I think it's still waitlisted, if I'm correct.
Like, yeah. Like
So,
I haven't checked. But like I know it. Like you said, it for the Gold Ninja Gomez, it was fairly like it was fairly easy to get one this time, and actually it accepted my payment the first time, which was amazing.
Yeah, that's always been a thing in the past.
Yeah, the failed payment. So I was very shocked, but like again, that skull, the gold skull, ninja, or that skull one that came out, I missed that one. That one sold. I'm assuming that one sold out. The first pre-order sold out pretty fast. Like I don't know.
It wasn't. Yeah, like that. That basically, like when you say first pre-order, I think that's basically like the
quantity that,
like
what the quantity that they were going to bring to San Diego.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So
Like,
that's sold out quick. I found out about it maybe about 45 minutes, an hour into it, and it was been gone.
Yeah, same here. But then they put the pre-order back up again. I think
for the later release. Yeah, I saw that, and that's when you sent me the link, Dave, and I was like, okay, cool. And I'm like, as long as as long as it's coming, and I'm not, praying on the wait list to fulfill.
Right.
Yeah.
And at that time, it didn't even go to wait. Like I heard it was a short window on the wait list, and all of a sudden the wait list got full, and they put it sold out.
Well, what's funny again is like I went back, and if you went back to check it, it just showed you that it was sold out.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's again another link. Then the link posted the picture of the same figure back next to each other. One said sold out, which was obviously the con stock, and then the second one was the pre-order one. I was on the website and couldn't see it until I think it was Alex that hit me up, and he's like, it's there. I said, send me a fucking link again, because I don't see it.
Damn.
So he sent me the link, and that's when I got it.
Yeah. I was same thing happened to me, Dave, and that's when you sent me that link. That's when I saw it.
Right.
Dave, this is why I browse privately on my phone. No cookies, no history, no nothing. One of the reasons why.
None of the porn sites give you problems with that, though?
Nope. I think that gold skull one, I think that was basically, it's like, you know what, I got to get something from this SDCC stuff, madness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the one I was like, all right, that's the one I'm getting. I was just head down all day. I mean, every day, I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like I was looking, MPSP Theater did a little special on Sunday, so I got to see what was released, and same thing, we did it, of course, last night, things like that. But there's some stuff there. I was like, oh, I didn't know that came out,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm still trying to catch up. Like I missed out on the Baxter Stockman Glow in the Dark exclusive that came out.
you didn't miss nothing.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm in the line, so I'm a completist. So it's like,
oh,
I wanted to grab it, and it sold out. So.
All I know is next year, right? Super 7's gonna be doing something goofy with the Thundercats for these exclusives, and I am gonna be the one.
Hey guys.
Being all mad on the websites. I'll tell you that.
Hey Brian, I sorry to cut you off, but I got a topic we got to talk about after the show for our listeners and viewers and people in the chat. All right, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about it after, because I've never been made fun of so much in one show.
Oh,
you're not reading the fucking chat.
Yeah.
Let's
we'll get there. Yeah, Brian, don't bother.
Well, Dust is drinking tonight, so
yeah, he's got everybody riled up. He's got Ralphie in here. He got Matt Hurd in here, all coming up. Nick Brammer was calling us some things. All right.
Yeah, I'm Sparta.
Yeah. I basically was just called the Dollar Tree Jose.
Oh.
Wow. And I'm being compared to the Tibetan guy that picks his nose and wipes it and from the
Conan?
Yeah, don't let that dry there. You're gonna cut yourself and bleed to death out here.
Oh god.
Dollar Tree Jose.
But Brian, you said so you picked up, you got the second one, the pre-order one,
The
right?
skull,
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
skulls.
just happened to check my messages when you posted that, so I was like, oh, sweet. Look,
Yeah.
it's there. All right, I'll buy it.
I think for that price point, it's pretty dope to get a figure like
Is
that.
it how many? Is it 3 of them or is it 1 of them?
No, it's just
It's
one,
okay,
dude.
okay.
85 bucks, 3 of them.
Yeah, we missed it.
They could have
Is
did that easily though.
The
They would've
first
made their money.
the first set of the skulls, the pink skulls, were three characters, 3 figures,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
You got 3 of them.
180, right? Yeah.
Right. I mean, essentially, they're all bad guys, but they're not the same. So that's the Pink Skull Club, and then you have the
gold.
gold ninjas.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How about
No, It
Go
was,
ahead.
it was, it's something, I don't feel like Mezco is an issue. It's more of like, you need to be on top of when they're coming out. They do give the peaks. Sometimes they're cool with the time, like, the way they'll post up the site and, have the time ticker and everything, making you well aware that it's going to be coming out whatever day and that stuff like that. I don't think they're like, they're the most evil ones, but like at the end of the day, they do go fast and you have to just be on top of it. And it sucks when you're driving in a car or you're doing something else and these things pop up and you're like, pulling to the side of the road going, fuck.
Dude, that would be fun. That would be fun though.
Shut up, wife.
You could hear
Shut
it.
the fuck up, wife.
You could hear it in Dom's voice because Dom called me
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, what I miss? What I miss?
Yeah, like,
what
don't tell me I missed
miss
something.
what?
Don't tell me I missed something. Don't tell me I
Oh,
missed
man.
something. Because I'm trying. I took Friday off. It's like, you know what? I got some breathing room. I don't have to kill myself with work. And I'm driving out to Long Island, and I'm like, all of a sudden, like, we stopped to get like a snack before we hit the road, and all of a sudden I'm getting like fucking bing, bing, bing. I'm like, what the fuck did I miss? I'm like, oh god. So it's the life of the toy
You jumping on
collector.
any of that stuff or no?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Did any of you guys watch the live coverage of this thing? Did anybody?
Nah.
I mean,
No.
it's just. I mean,
Maybe
I feel
maybe
like,
as the weeks go by, I'll
Yeah.
catch up.
but I feel like I would have loved to have the week off because everybody's doing all these live streams and stuff. It's
Yeah,
like, dude, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go to JD's house, hang out at his place, and we're gonna watch SDCC live streams all week
Do
long.
Do it.
So, I mean, we're probably gonna be in the same situation a year from now. So let's just plan ahead.
Yes,
You know,
let's do
what
it.
week is SDCC, and let's all get together and watch live streams and share links and buy exclusives.
Try and beat each other out for like the last of the
That's
exclusives.
That'd
I
be
got
fun.
it. You didn't.
It would like
Two of them, you got
it's just-
0.
it was like everyone doing their own thing. Like, I think it was hard to follow. Like, I know I saw some posts up on the sideshow stuff, and I saw the links coming out and stuff like that. Tom looks, Rush, you come here. But the thing is that it was an afterthought because I was never watching it live, or I was catching it at later in the night, and then I always had Foosh to fall back on, so he would catch me up on things. But it's just like, I hate it when I watch that and all of a sudden I see something that he brings up something that I want, and then all of a sudden he tells me it's sold out. I'm like, shit. Like, you're scrambling, to confirm that it's sold out, and it's like, fuck.
Did any of you guys watch? Pixel Dan did a STCC recap with Dan from Toy Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
and it was an hour and a half, and I just I put it on while I was doing other things, and it was really, really enjoyable, and you did get to catch up on a lot of stuff, and
Good. I'll watch that.
Yeah, give that a shot.
I will, definitely. But like, it was
I have to bring something up, Dom.
Oh, go
You
ahead.
just said I watched that, right?
Mhm.
So somebody told me the other day, I forgot who I was talking to, but they told me that you watched the gameplay of one of the Star Wars games.
Yeah, it was
you
great.
watched
Yeah,
12
yeah,
hours worth of
Gort and me
gameplay
were
instead of
talking
just
late night
buying the
one night,
fucking
and
game.
Gort was playing the what is it? Is it Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic or
Uh-huh.
something?
No. It's just the Old Republic.
The Old Republic. So
Yeah, so it's an MMO where you can
yeah,
pick
so
countless amounts of characters. Him and I had this conversation this weekend
yeah,
too.
so we were basically, he was playing, he was showing me a little bit of the gameplay, the characters that he was building, and he was telling me some of the storylines. And the funny thing is one of the storylines that he was talking about sound very familiar of a gameplay that I watched one time on YouTube, where he was and he basically I watched it. It was a 12-hour gameplay, and I literally took me like 4 days to go through it, and I watched it. And the funny thing is that storyline, because like you said, JD, there's a lot of characters with different storylines. So that one particular storyline that Gort was telling me was like the one that he thought was the best, and that's the one I watched, and it was just so intriguing and interesting, and it really kept me wanting to go back more to watch what happened to the character. So it was really cool.
That's kind of neat.
Those games, Dom, when you played them, you couldn't get up.
Yeah, I
took off work like a week, called out sick because I wanted to keep playing those games.
I if I was playing them, I can imagine just if I was playing that storyline, I would probably be like so probably just not even fucking ignoring life and just just going on and just continue playing all day long. Yeah. But I'll make my own Corn Wars. But it was interesting because when we finally came, like when I started revealing, like it was coming all back to me, and I was because I watched this a long time ago, and it's like it was all coming back to me, and I was like kind of relieving more of the story. He's like, yeah, that's the game. This is the game. Like he's like, this is the character. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, it's pretty cool, and we were kind of exchanging the some of the story plots of the story that character goes through and everything like that. So, but I think he played as a female. I watched it as a male because you could pick between males and female.
Right.
So
yeah, you can pick your race and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know why. I just never anytime I had the option to pick a female character in a game, I never did because I didn't want no guy groping me or trying to get with me. I'm like, yo, dude.
Which in that storyline, it was like you tried to seduce a Jedi. So it's like it's kind of weird if you're playing the girl and the guy's trying. You're trying to seduce the guy and vice versa. So
I don't know. You could kind of have some fun with it.
I guess.
Like I'm gonna fucking get this guy, just like they've all gotten me. Just like they've all gotten me over the years. It's like I get it.
So yeah, any of the games where you can actually pick your gender and stuff like that, I usually play as a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I'd rather look at a girl character than.
That's one of the pros. That's definitely one of the pros because you can,
like fucking man meat. I don't know. That's
mean,
okay.
Most of you're playing that game with their back turned, right?
And usually, yeah, or you're looking through their eyes.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the view from the back?
So you want to be able to be looking down and see a pair of tits like this. They're your own tits, but you're gonna look at them anyway, right?
I got tits.
Hey,
Maybe there's mirrors in the game. You could get mesmerized like in Harry Potter, just sit in front of the mirror.
But yes, I
turn this way.
All right, why not? Let's play Grand Theft Auto. I'll be the hooker.
beep beep.
I'll be giving BJ's on Park Ave at 9. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Do the rest of you ever watch Let's Plays? I've watched a couple.
I used to
like
love it.
For instance, I watched a couple in the last couple of years. One was, it's this guy. His name's like Ozzy something. I don't know. He's entertaining to listen to. But he played LucasArts TIE Fighter from back in the day. It's like I don't have a way of playing that game right now, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna relive that. I'm gonna watch that series. And then another one was Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. I tried to play that once.
Oh, you
and
watched
this whole
the
thing with the clock restarting, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, this is not Ocarina of Time. This thing can go fuck itself. But you know what? I'm gonna watch this guy play this game, and I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to do this. Let him go through all the frustration.
I like playing them. I don't like watching them. The
Oh,
Old Republic was like really the only thing that I've watched gameplay of because there were so many different paths. But
yeah,
I did the same thing you did, Dom. I was like, I'd just throw on those 12-hour streams and just
yeah.
that's what I went to sleep to.
It was just that one. That one really intrigued me. Like there was just, I remember like there was a couple times where I would take a break from work, and my hour break, I would go to my car and just watch it for an hour. Like it was yes, it's something loser that you would do, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to watch it. Like all of us, I watched all of us gameplay. It was amazing. It was for a game to watch gameplay. It's like it was one that you like. It told a story. Like it was amazing to watch. It actually the first 15 minutes of the game really grabs you. So it's like it's hard to not watch the rest of it as you go through because the characters get so developed so fast in the game. I haven't played the second one, or I was debating on whether picking it up or. I'm hearing, good things and bad things about it. So, I've definitely probably will, if I do not play it or don't find the time to play it, I'll probably watch the gameplay. There used to be a channel on Cablevision that used to play like at late nights when I came home drunk and wasted from my brother-in-law's house. I would just basically, turn it on and they would do gameplay. They would just do gameplay all night long. On games that I didn't even know, and I just sit there watch and just enjoy, watching somebody else play a game. It just brings you back to the old days when your friends were playing games. You only had 2 fucking controllers, so most of the time you're watching somebody else play a game. So,
yeah, you know what? That's a good point. You are right. Yeah. I remember when the first Resident Evil came out.
Yeah.
And you would watch them play that first round just to see that first zombie look back at you. You're like, oh shit! Or when they start going through the hallway and you get the crawling things for the first time. Like I remember all that.
Yeah, like I used to go to my friend's Mags's house, and he used to love Resident Evil, and he would play, and 2 of my friends would play it, and I would just sit there, just watch him play and watch the game and enjoy it from a third point of view, I guess. But they'll throw the controller sometimes to me, and I'll play a couple scenes, or play until I get die or something, But at the end of the day, it's like that's kind of how we played video games. So, do
you have a system now that you play with, or no?
Yeah, I have an Xbox. I have an Xbox One. It's mostly like I would say I got more involved in first shooters, Call of Duty, first person shooters, Call of Duty. I did get into like the Gears of War, which was great. I played the first 1 and 2, but then I kind of lost steam after that. And then, Call of Duty was a big thing for me during during my single times. Like when you just going all night long playing Duty, cursing out like 13-year-olds and Call of Duty.
So what's stopping you from playing now?
Wife.
No, seriously.
Wife and time.
Like, look, I'm not making fun. Same here.
No, I'm being serious. Like my wife. Like,
is it because she expects you with the spare time that you have to spend with her? Am I right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah. There's time, like there's now time with the family. It's just time is just has a the funny thing is that there is always time. I'm sure. When I log off at work, I can probably sneak in an hour or 2 of gameplay, and instead of sitting down watching, Friends episode for the 15th fucking time, seeing Ross break up with his girl, like Rachel, for fucking 15th at a time. So it's like but that's kind of how you fall into that, like you fall into that groove, and that's what we do.
So now, if let's say like she goes to bed before you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not taking up.
That's when I used to play when we used to do Jason.
But how about we do it again? We should do it again.
We should do that. We should. I would love to do it because we used to do
and then stream it so I can play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, like, think of all that time that you're not sleeping. You could be
I agree.
You could be killing aliens with us, or
on the same page, buddy. Same page. I'd love to do it. Like we
Yep.
used to do it with Jason, which was really fun. Like I remember getting on there with you, Dust, and a couple other guys, and just getting into it, getting going in, get the mic, the walkie-talkie, and just like, where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you?
So JD, I know you had mentioned that to me last week,
Yeah.
right? That you wanted to possibly get this going again, get a realm thing going, or a group thing going where we were all playing together again.
Yes.
So I mean, we should have been doing this the past fucking 4 or 5 months. In my opinion.
This whole
Absolutely.
epidemic,
we could have been leveled up, a big fucking squad right now. You know what I'm saying? Kicking some ass in some fucking fashion or form. But I'm getting ready, JD. I'm going
yeah,
in.
we just need a driver. We need somebody who can do it. And I'm not one to get everything together. I'll jump in. Send me the fucking link, and send me the the invite, and I'll jump in, and we'll fucking have fun. But
Someone's got to be the captain.
somebody's got to be the captain of the ship.
Get a hat, put it on, and make it happen.
But
Captain.
I think if we can find a way for it to work like Hangouts did, where it would just highlight whoever's talking,
Oh yeah.
and then it
Well-
follows them until somebody else is.
Well, the Realm started we have a Discord channel.
Oh no, I know that. I'm just saying, as far as like a platform to stream it through.
Isn't Discord a streaming platform?
Oh, I don't know. I
Yeah.
thought you had like because there's a Realm of Collectors group on PlayStation and Xbox.
Okay.
But
What,
yeah,
Because
it's
I've
a
watched
good
you guys
idea.
play Jason before. I think somebody did it.
So Brian, when's the last time you picked up a controller and played a?
As soon as the controllers went past 4 buttons, I was out. That's and that's the reason why I don't play. Like I've
It was
been to
hard,
my
yeah.
brother-in-law's house, and he's like, "Hey, Fortnite." I'm like, "Wow, that looks like fun," and he gives it to me, and I'm like,
Oh no, yeah.
"What? How? What?"
It's,
And what's this one? He's like, "Hit X," and I have to look down, and in the meantime, I'm getting shot and killed. I'm like, I'm out.
you sound like my father, but Brian. I know you're a smart guy. You could probably pick it up pretty quick.
I'm sure I could, but
That's how even when you leave for a while, like I've not played for I haven't played in years, but if you guys notice, like I play that Call of Duty mobile on my phone. Remember, I was addicted to it.
You do.
Playing the 10 days. I'm like, yeah. So I stopped playing. I didn't play for like 3 or 4 months, and I just started playing again, and I was whack. I was fucking getting killed every 2 seconds, like when I first started playing. But then I got accustomed to it and how it was rolling again, and I'm coming up again. You know what I'm saying? So I know, Brian, if you gave it a shot, you could probably, do your thing. You know what, guys? I think I know we're getting him for his birthday next year.
Brian?
Yep.
What? An Xbox?
Nintendo Power Glove?
Brian, here's a perfect example. Like, Chan hadn't played video games since like the Super Nintendo, and then she jumps in and just buys an Xbox One. And if anybody that knows video games, like the first game she bought was The Division, and that's what she learned to play.
Yeah, it's like it was definitely like for me, but I understand where Brian's coming from, because when I picked up, actually the funny thing is how I got into Call of Duty was going over to my sister's house and watching her age group play it as they would go and they play at nights, and I would just watch them playing and how they played, watch the maps and everything, and then like I finally took the dive, bought myself an Xbox, and I bought the Call of Duty, and as you get familiar with the buttons and familiar how the quickness of the game, you get better. You definitely get better. It's a learning process.
It was funny watching her, because she'd be like, you'd see her like.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta learn to keep your head on a swivel, all that good stuff.
One of these days I'm gonna switch so I can play this Breath of the Wild, and if I do, you will see a lot less of me on this channel, I'm sure.
I heard it's a good game, Brian, and I'd like to make that jump to Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild,
it's the new Zelda game that came out.
Oh, that's
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, and they're actually doing a new one. Like they're coming out with another one soon, so it's like. It's like I hate, like I was like Brian myself. Like I would play every Zelda that came out, but after this current one, like I fell behind on Skyward Sword, and I actually beat it last year because I went back and just grabbed my Wii and ended up picking up where I left off, and I ended up beating it. Yeah, Wii U. Yeah,
I didn't know. See, I'm finding out things about
Wii
my.
is the latest one I have too.
Yeah, so like I ended up beating that, and then Breath of the Wild just came. Like I actually beat that when Breath of the Wild just came out, and I was like, okay, now I can jump into the Breath of the Wild, and I just have it. And I know that I've heard like it takes to finish it completely. It's a long playing game. Like
Breath of the Wild.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like I haven't. Like I bought it. It was maybe I found a Switch maybe a month after its release, and that was the only game I had for it was Breath of the Wild, and I still have not beaten it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I play it all the time.
Yeah,
but
like if you played it like I heard people put in like 200 to 250 hours of gameplay on it.
It came out. I got to a point where I was like trying to finish up as many side quests as I could that I could find to get other items that I missed earlier in the game. Then they had a bunch of DLC come out, and I started doing all that, but I got my game to a point where all I have to do is go after Ganon, and then I'm still in the middle of like cleaning up a lot of the side quests and DLC stuff.
There's DLC like
there's like
expansions,
there's
buy more or you earn stuff. You earn downloadable content.
No, you have to buy it.
All right, so by the time the next system comes out, they should release a Breath of the Wild with everything unlocked already, right?
Yes, yeah.
All right, I'll wait. I'll wait. Wait.
Yep. That or they offer they'll offer something like a whole thing for like $5, and you just
dude, if I started playing and they started charging me like these fucking iPhone games do, fuck that, man.
Usually, so a game comes out. Usually, they you can buy what they're calling a season pass, and that will pay for all of the DLC. And usually, it's anywhere from $10 to $30 extra with the game.
Yeah, but then you have to play.
You'll get
it's like the time's ticking.
Yeah,
right?
but you'll get 4 different downloads at different times if you buy the game when it's new. And this is usually like a generalization across all games. They'll do 4 different DLCs for that specific game released throughout the year. You know what I mean? Like each season.
The season pass gives you that. It's a little discount, but you pay up front, and while they're dropping throughout the seasons, you get it for free. Like you paid it, but you don't have to pay at the time.
You beat the game, and then like, oh, there's more stuff, and then you have to go out, but you've already beat the game.
In Breath of the Wild, you don't really like. You can just keep playing it. After you defeat Ganon, you can just keep playing. You don't have to. And a lot of games are like that because it's a very big open world game. Breath of the Wild is.
So one of the things that sucks about not playing this game yet is obviously I watch a lot of YouTube and I like watching people talk about Zelda, but there's like all these Breath of the Wild videos. I'm like, oh, this looks good. Watch later, because I don't want to spoil the game, right? So watch later.
Mm-hmm.
I am listening to the music though, which is good.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild has a good ending. Like it's a really good ending. Like that I enjoyed.
Very beautiful game too.
Yeah.
Like the opening scene of the game, I sat there for like 15 minutes just looking at it, watching the camera just kind of pan back and forth at the scenery. I was like, holy shit. But yeah.
Are you guys competitive game players when you play? Or
Oh yeah.
I mean, I played Street Fighter with you in the room before. You get fucking. God forbid I beat you 2 times in a row.
Yeah, that's
he starts to sit up at attention. He's like, "Fuck that! He was gonna fuck your ass.
And then who
now.
came in that night? Was it fucking? It was Tim. Didn't Tim come in and start fucking laying down and kicking everybody's ass? And like, listen, I don't know what the fuck the Germans do over there, like, but they obviously play a lot of fucking games because he came in and just kicked everybody's ass. I'm like, no, this is not fun anymore.
Yeah,
that's a tough question, Matt.
What was that?
What's the best question?
If you guys could only play one game from now on, what would it be? His is Skyrim.
I've got Ocarina of Time in my pocket whenever I want it.
Wow. I don't know.
That just opens so many doors, Brian.
Another favorite of mine would be that Transformers Armada game from PS2. Dude, I don't know where my PS2 is, but I would love to call in sick and play that all day tomorrow.
Video games have been such a pivotal. It's always been a big part of my life, playing video games and storytelling. So that's a very, very.
You like the storytelling ones more than you do like the online competitive
competition.
I mean, like, so I'll play the fuck out of some Halo multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, I'll play Crucible. I have no problem with player versus player stuff, but for the most part, I would rather we play a lot of co-op stuff, so it'll be myself, Chan, and Marissa, and we'll play Destiny or Borderlands.
Do you guys play together on the one screen, or you jump on?
No, we have 3 Xboxes, so we can play all together on separate TVs.
That's what I'm saying, right?
So, do you guys wear headsets or just yell down the stairs at each other?
So Chan and I are next to each other. We have to mute each other so that there's not an echo. And then Marissa's always down here in the living room playing on the living room Xbox.
JD, I need an honest answer from you.
Okay.
Honest answer.
Honest.
Do you let the girls win on purpose, or do they kick your ass? Yeah.
No, I let them.
Good, because
I let them do their thing. You know what I mean? Like,
who's really good?
They're both really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you know that? All right. So I don't know what game it is in specific. Somebody in the chat might know, but some girl just won a huge contest. This chick just won a huge video game contest, and she gets paid dough. Like, she's like one of the best players in the world. I forget what game it is though.
Oh, that's probably like one of those Major League Gaming things.
Yeah, girls kick ass in games. I don't know if it's tiny fingers or what, or because they're so good at texting so fast.
Jan always complains because her hands are smaller, she can't reach the buttons. She's like, I need this controller just like shrunk down like 20%.
Yeah, like Xbox, I can see that. Yeah, because the Xbox controller is really fat. Like I with my hands, I obviously have no issues, but it's just. I can see
that. Then
kind of like
why don't they make smaller ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's like off companies that do make smaller ones.
Like you can get a third party.
Yeah, they're not as good, or it's wired only.
Wired, Jesus, no way, no wires, wireless.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
I don't know what game I would. I probably put like Call of Duty because I just played it so much, more than but I do love Zelda. But I can't see myself playing that all the time.
So I might have said it. So I started playing a game that I wanted to beat that I have probably opened about 2-3 years ago and never finished it. It was a Shadow of Mordor game.
Oh yeah.
You played it? You guys played that game?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah. So Brian, so the storyline for this, right, is it's taking place before or during the same time when, like Lord of the Rings is happening. And but you're a different character. So you're they call him the Gravedigger, basically. Like that's what the orcs call him because he's basically he's a guy that gets killed. His family gets killed in front of him, and when he dies, he comes back to life because there was the guy, the ring forger. I don't remember the name right now. is it not Erebor, whatever. He jumps into him, and now they're linked. So now he starts to like throughout the game you develop more powers. So you're like half dead essentially, and you could do like crazy, weapon combos and kills, and you can level up and get new gear through the game. But the storyline is just ridiculous. The one I'm talking about right now is actually part 2. And in part 2, they stepped it up a bit where like the orcs in the series are like kind of like the main gameplay. So like if you go to fight an orc and let's say you die, right? He beats you, he'll have some kind of snarky thing to say, and you couldn't beat me and I'll do it again if I can, but you come back to life every time, not just like a video game where you have like infinite lives. He's known to come back to life. So you have to keep fighting this orc or orcs until you finally kill them. So they keep getting stronger every time they kill you too. So I didn't know that. So I'm playing this game and all I'm doing is starting fights with people instead of doing the missions. And I'm like, why the fuck am I taking so long to beat this fucking game? And I'm like, it's because I've got so many freaking grudge matches with these dudes that now I bump into every 5 minutes because they're after me and I keep dying. So you got to learn when to fight and when not to, and you got to kind of go with the storyline. But once you get to a certain level, you can take them over, and then they become your army. And you got orcs that follow you now, and the personalities and voices and the gears that they're wearing, the different designs of these orcs, incredible.
All
so
different.
we're into this mythic stuff now. That just like playing this game. Like I went back to look at my mythics and I was like, oh my God, I got to do so much more to them now,
Right.
Because these dudes are wearing funky gear. Some of them are fat, some of them are skinny, some of them are tall, short, it's like all over the place. But I finally finished it a few weeks ago, and I mean it was a good game, but like the way it ended, I was just like, really? Like, whatever.
Yeah. There you go. Josh
I
found first female Hearthstone Grandmaster Global Finals champion.
So what's Hearthstone? Is that the people who sponsor the tournament?
No, that's the game.
Oh, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But
I remember joining those Lord of the Rings. I think they came out with PlayStation. I don't know whether it was 2 or 3 or they
there's
did
like there's 2 of them, 2 games.
Yeah, it's like they were beaten like beat up games where you just
point A to point.
Yeah, you just keep flashing and slash games and you're killing everybody, walking through the storyline. It was pretty cool. I always loved the Helm's Deep fucking series, and you go through each series of that of when they break down the wall, they go to the outer wall, that you go into like the inner wall.
Oh, you're talking the older
ones, yeah, the older ones. Yeah.
What kind of game is this?
Hearthstone.
Looks like some kind of trading card game or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh, some type of shit like that. Pokemon.
Yeah,
like Magic. It's probably like Magic.
Fireball.
But yeah, I don't know if I could pick. I mean, I guess if I had to pick a game, knowing that I've played all these other games, I don't know. Like, I'd probably, I don't know. We're playing a lot of Destiny right now, or Destiny 2. So we're like getting that kind of underway, and it's one of those games where they just keep building upon it. And
what is Destiny? I never played it. Is it more of like a first-person shooter, or
it's first-person shooter. You essentially you start the game dead, and this little, it's called your ghost. It's like a little robot, little guy, kind of like the from Halo. Never mind. But he's like a little, he's made of light. Okay. But he's like a little robotic thing that follows you around and he brings you back to life.
Okay.
This is like hundreds of years after the extinction of the human race, let alone like our solar system.
Gotcha.
So
and obviously
these
there's a
aliens,
storyline.
yeah,
There's a
all these
storyline you go
aliens are
through.
invading. They're invading like the solar system, and they're trying to create the darkness. Okay, they're feeding the darkness. There's this big planet thing, and this is what gives the ghost its power to bring people back to life. The Guardians. This big planet thing is called the Traveler, and it just travels all around the solar systems, all around the universe, and like finds good, the light.
Gotcha.
And
And
The
it brings
opposite of
that back to
Unicron.
life.
yeah, it's like the opposite of Unicron, and the
Primus. It's
all
Primus.
all the different alien races are trying to like find a way to destroy this thing.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like 3 different races you can pick from. There's 3 different classes you can pick from, and you have like some superpowers and stuff like that. Throw grenades and guns. It's all about guns and grenades and running around and jumping like super high and flying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like my problem is when we're playing like Borderlands and stuff like that, I'm going to jump, but I'm like hitting the
got
jump
low
like
jump.
3
Yeah, it's
times,
hard.
and I'm not getting my extra jumps, and I'm like, damn it, this is not Destiny.
Yeah. So it was hard for me to adapt to when Call of Duty went into that stratosphere in regards to wall climbing and hyper jumping, and it just turned the game upside down for me, and that's when I lost all interest. And then I heard this last one, they went boots to ground, and they kept everything as it was in like the Modern Warfare 2, 3, and all that stuff. So. But it again, that's the funny thing. I bought it and I haven't even fucking played it. So it's like
I can't
the story of a lot of video games that I've recently bought in the past 2 years.
You want to mail them over here?
You can have them if you want. They're sitting here collecting dust. So.
Well,
the other thing that we wanted to talk about, though.
Well, hold on, Dom.
Okay.
Dave's trying to give something away.
Okay, he is. Let's do this other giveaway.
I have another head to give away.
Ooh, Dave's head is really good.
But I'm going to give the opportunity to one of you guys to ask the question instead of me. So.
Oh
wow.
Damn. So.
Damn it, Dave.
Twisted.
JD can ask some questions.
Oh boy. Keep it rolling. I'm gonna think of something.
All right, Dom. What were you gonna mention? Something else we wanted to talk about was.
Well, like I know. Recently, we saw a recent post. I know from our inner chats that NECA actually for the Tokar Razor, which I thought was really cool of them to kind of avoid these headaches that a lot of people have been going through in pre-ordering their exclusives or toys that they want and that are in high demand, that they're actually doing an open window pre-order where they have a set of time where the pre-order is opened and you order what you want and basically the window closes and that's it. But at least you're not like, waiting for the fucking page to refresh and the add to cart shows up and it goes away within 5 seconds and you're shit out of luck. So
yeah, these companies need to they need to adopt this.
Yeah, and I'm actually happy that they're doing that. And when I saw that, I was like, about fucking time. But it's like, I think they should do that going forward, regardless, especially with these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie line and cartoon line. I haven't had any problems with the cartoon line because Targets do. It does come up. If you do miss the first, it's hard to miss the second or third restock that they put them in. But the movie lines tend to kind of be hard to get. So,
do you think the allure of them will kind of diminish when they're steadily available? Like, because like I know there are people just buying them to buy them.
Well,
like,
that's the thing. Like, it's you got a lot of moving parts in this whole fucking weird ass collecting community, because you got you got people who are buying it up that they're just buying it because of the fact that they know people want it, and they'll flip it real quick to make a quick buck. Granted, but companies are not looking to produce a lot of these in mass quantities. If you're not fucking Hasbro, like I know Hasbro has been on the communications of we're going to be mass producing these fucking GI Joes. Don't worry about it. They're coming out, and let's see it. Because it's like it's hit and miss with some of the stuff, because I know it, like with Black Series or Marvel Legends, it's hard to sometimes pick up characters that are wanted or more sought after. So it's interesting from their perspective that they're going to push all this stuff out, but like at the end of the day, they do have a distribution problem that we talked about a lot. The packaging and how they package things. I think they're working on that, because I think these sets are single character sets, like boxed up single characters of 6 or of each one particular character. So it's not like an assortment pack where you only get that character one out of the box. You know what I'm saying? And typically that one is that more popular character that everybody's looking for, or to troop build for with and stuff like that. So I think it's like I really, at this time, with so many fucking players in the pool, it has to go the route of like Super 7, open pre-orders. Here's your pre-order. You want it, buy it. And then, if you are late to the game, then you can't fucking complain. If you don't buy it when it opens in the time that it's opening, then you can't bitch and moan or complain that you're paying secondary prices for it.
Right.
So.
All right, I got a question.
Go,
What's up,
JD.
buddy?
It's not necessarily a question. You got to finish the statement.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Not mythic legions.
Oh, okay.
Mythically challenged.
So, blank is trying to get to blank in blank to destroy the blank. So we'll say Lord of the Rings. That's your clue.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question one more time for those listening?
Blank is trying to get to blank in blank to destroy the blank.
So how many blanks are there?
3 or 4? Blank is trying to get to blank.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Blank is trying to get to blank in blank to destroy the blank.
So there's 4.
I know the answer already.
So there's 4. There's 4 blanks, and there's 4 words that you have to provide.
I'm gonna put it in our chat here.
Gotcha. Blank is.
Did I? I think I just put it in.
Did I get that right? Dude,
Yep.
no typos. No fucking typos either. Take that, chat winging them.
Do they have to type out the whole sentence? Do they have? Oh, JD, I see some right answers.
Yeah. My doesn't count. So Matt has won.
Matt?
Wait,
Yep.
Who doesn't count?
Josh trying to get to my doom.
Oh, trying to get to mine.
There was 2 answers before that. Neither one of them is
Oh, wait,
as well.
I didn't see those. Okay. Yeah, Rogor did it.
Okay.
Is that who's first for everybody else? That's what it looks
This
like.
one?
To me. Yep,
Frodo, Mount, Doom, Mordor, Ring.
correct.
So I guess Mike
Trying
won again.
to get to
That shit's
Mount
fucking
Good. He
hard.
saves me some shipping. I didn't send him out his last one anyway. So good. Mike, I'm just gonna hold on to your shit till you win every week, and then I'll send everything out next year.
It's on the slow boat.
Congratulations.
Hopefully that wasn't too easy.
No, it was a good one.
I think that
Yeah,
was damn
it
difficult.
coincided
very,
with the
very.
topic too. We were talking about Lord of the Rings just before, so that's it.
And it was kind of mythic.
Kind of.
Kind of mythic.
It's in that realm.
Realm.
But
All right. So, I mean, do you guys want to touch base more on what Dom was talking about, or?
Yeah. So, do you think Tokar and Razor are going to be highly sought after?
oh yes.
I think
Oh
so, yeah.
oh fuck yes.
You guys should
Like-
watch that movie again.
I know, dude.
I don't think
they
it has
put
anything to do with the movie. I think it has more to do with the
the lore.
character designs.
Yeah, like
No.
just the character designs, the way the figures look when they presented it at, I think it was New York Comic Con, right? It was it was New York
It was
last
Toy
year.
Fair. Yeah.
Toy
So,
Fair, Toy Fair.
Right there. Yeah.
Other characters aside from foot soldiers and a rat and some guy in like lawnmower blades, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you got these two creatures. You know, these companies need to realize that that's what people want. They want like
Yeah.
aliens and creatures.
Creatures, yeah. You're right. You know, JD, the other day I bought a werewolf off of eBay that like I typically wouldn't buy. I just bought him as a background character.
Yeah.
I just wanted it. You know what I mean? It was I don't know if you ever seen Cryptic Creatures or some shit. I think you've seen them.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah.
We used to see them at the shows and walk by them, right?
Yep.
The dude Jason used to have them.
Yep.
But now they're, I mean, you could still find most of them, I think, for retail, $40 directly from them. But like some of the harder to find ones, like the exclusives, are like $100. So I bought a white werewolf,
Nice.
Yeah, it was like $30 on eBay. I was like, fuck that, I'm buying it,
You need a Snake Eyes to go with that.
It's not a wolf. Brian, it's a werewolf like 10 inches tall.
Yeah. Stand him next to Snake Eyes.
That's right.
It's a lichen.
What? Yeah.
But yeah, I think the format. I don't know. It's just I guess since I've been in the games for so long, it's just like running out to stores, buying some toys, finding exclusives and stuff like that. It's just getting ridiculous, and it's like
so. The point is like they know all of these companies know like people want their toys, So like, why can't every company take a fucking note from this book and be like, okay, we're just gonna put them up? Like Mythic Legions does it right. They put a fucking pre-order up for a month or 2 months, however long it is, and then once they close them, they fucking ship them out, and
it becomes a waiting game, which is
it
fine.
becomes a waiting game. But like these other,
but I know I got the figures. I know they're coming to me, so it's like
NECA, a good example. These will be out in November. It's just a matter of like, okay, this is how many we need to make. So whatever, like how many more do we have to make and send out to a store just so we can fulfill our pre-orders? You know what I mean?
Right.
But
that a matter of meeting that what the factory is going to make, whether it's like 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever the fucking number is. These places know, these companies know that like people want their product. Why not make it available for them this way?
Like,
whether
and it's pandemic safe.
Exactly.
Stop making people go fucking out there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too, it's JD. I think from a business perspective, I think it'd be this is like more of a smart fucking move because you're mitigating risk. You're defining your quantity right up front.
Yep.
And on top of that, it's not because you're defining how much you should make. It's at the end of the day how much you could make.
Yeah, you're printing money.
Exactly.
It's
like it's not how much you should make, it's how much you can make, because at the end of the day, if you can't gauge the market on a particular toy like Super Shredder, I'd rather use this platform and then say, hey, we only made 10,000 sold, but I'm on to the next thing, and I can't go back, or sometimes I lost the license or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, if you do this platform, you go like, holy shit, 50,000 people want this shit. I
Yeah.
got a good, like, I just made a shitload of money.
Matt threw a good one in there. Pre-orders plus 30% based on the IP, based on what is pre-ordered or whatever. Like, make another 30%. You know they're gonna fucking sell if they're in the fucking stores.
Which that would be their decision at the end, where they say, okay, if we've opened this window and 50,000 units sold in this pre-order, let's add another 25,000 in the factory, and then we can put it out if they feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But like,
kind of makes me think about when we grew up, right? And how toys were always stocked.
Mm-hmm.
You walk down a toy aisle and you could, if it came out within a 2-month period, you could find what you were looking for.
Yep.
And it's like, so you're telling me in the early 80s, people were just printing toy, like toy after toy after toy. Let's make as many toys as we fucking can. But in this day and age,
cheaper for them to be made back then, but
it was cheaper, right?
Cheaper. It was a lot cheaper. So they could make 50,000 units and not even blink an eye at it.
Right.
But it's not the people who are making toys that get hurt in this game. It's the people who sell them. It's the retailers who sell them, because at the end of the day, when these toy companies produce their 100,000 units, they'll get the retailers to buy them. It's just it's the responsibility of the retailers to sell them. And that's what they don't do, because at the end of the day, there's so much shit out there, and they end up cutting into their margin because they have to discount or clearance it out.
Think about this, like so not to bring up Mythic Legions again, but like BBTS, they pre-order, they work this out with the Four Horsemen for X amount. We're selling them for this much. We're buying them from you for this much. That shit sells out. Yeah. So, like, depending on the IP, it's gonna fucking sell out.
Right.
I agree, but like, I'm just saying, like, from a business perspective, I feel like retailers tend to get hurt, and when retailers get hurt, then we get hurt. Oh no, it's not. But it kind of is, because like there is aspects that the manufacturer does to kind of fuck retailers, because they make them buy product that they don't necessarily want, because at the end of the day, they're just trying to push out the next fucking great thing. And I've talked to retail buyers who, when these case packs are coming out, why can't I just buy a bunch of Cyclops? I just want to buy Cyclops because Cyclops what sells. But no, I gotta buy a bunch of fucking rollers, and I have to buy the whole wave, and then have to discount. And you've seen BBTS do this, where they would up the most popular figures, and now they don't even. It's very rare where they sort out those packs singly and sell them singly. Now they just sell them as a whole, because they don't want to fall into the game.
Those are the first ones to sell out.
Yeah,
no,
and then
they do sell them individually, but those are the first ones to sell out.
Yeah,
so
but like
the other end of this, Dom, is like a company like Hasbro makes a deal with BBTS. BBTS is only paying X amount of money for like per figure, because they're ordering so many of them.
But they gotta be paying.
When they turn around and clearance them, they're still. I mean, they got to at least be making their money back.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now. There's times where I think they're just not paying. They're not making their money back, because they're losing. They're looking at perspective as storage space, and this thing is taking up storage, and that's a cost to me. And at the end of the day, I need to get it out of my stores, so I have to drop it below what I paid for it.
Well, that's
because
why
I want to get it out.
Why they mark up that hot figure, the Cyclops.
They've been doing that.
Because then it'll cross match.
It would outweigh the thing, and I've noticed that they've done that, and it's like, I saw what they did, and it makes sense what they're doing. But like they do, like, now I know for a fact that sometimes when they piece out the single figures, it's not as much as they used to. Like, it's the quantities, like, I'm saying the quantities are not as much as they used to. Like, they probably single out a couple now, but they're only doing that for a few sets, and then when they sell, that's it. They're just looking to sell the set, and they're not waiting, or they're not holding specific dead weight figures that will sit there forever and just they would have to clearance them down to like $4 or $5.
So also too, if everything goes strictly with this pre-order route, dude, what the hell's going to be available at Black Friday on clearance? I mean, think about it. Like
computer.
If they're making this what people order, then it's
yes,
like
you're absolutely right, Brian. Clearance shopping is going to be obsolete, and it's like that's
not necessarily. I mean, like if they go about it like the pre-order plus X amount of
if they do that, JD, if they do if they do end up if they say they got the 50,000 units of pre-orders and they add another 25 and that 25 takes a while to sell out, they'll then eventually clearance it a little bit.
They got 10 left by the time Black Friday rolls around. They can throw.
If I was a company,
but that's why you don't see mythics on clearance.
No,
because people pay to play.
Yeah,
you might see them go on sale on BBTS, but BBTS is a store buying them, not collectors buying them.
If the Ninja Turtle stuff, the NECA Ninja Turtle stuff is any indication, like they got this shit in the bag. Yeah. They know, like people are going to fucking buy it no matter what.
Yep. So I want to say that, right? I want to say that to say this, JD. Don brought up something before when he was talking where he said they want to get the new thing, the new hot thing on the market. So it's like, push this stuff out. That's why they don't want to keep printing this, because they want to get the next thing out. The one thing that I see with the Ninja Turtles is they have competition. So you have Mythic Legions. There's not much competition for them out there. Also, they're not as mainstream as Ninja Turtles is. So it's a smaller scale. So yeah. But now the Ninja Turtles, you have NECA, you have Super 7. I'm pretty sure. Is Bandai still making them?
No,
not sure. Playmates are still making them. Yeah, but the licensing are different for each company.
It's different, but if you're a new collector coming into something, right, and you're like, oh shit, look at these retro Ninja Turtles coming out. Do I want these that look like this, or do I want those? You know what I mean? So there's a competition, there's a market for it. So if another company is going to do Baxter Stockman, right, for example, wouldn't you want to get him out as fast as possible so that way you can make as much money on him as possible before the next company comes out with him?
I mean, you got NECA with cartoon and movie stuff. You got Super 7 with the toy homage.
Mm-hmm.
Playmates,
which is a different scale, than the retro.
They're all different scales. The Playmate stuff is whatever smaller. The current cartoon is. You know what I mean? It's like 5-inch figures.
And they'll throw like some retros in there, but it's the actual retro toy. Like I think these Super 7s are just a little. They're not as scaled to the actual toy. I don't think.
I get it. I get that it's different, guys. Like I get totally that. You know,
you got choices.
And I understand what you mean as far as beating Baxter for a Baxter. I get that too.
Right.
Like, I want to beat Super 7 and NECA to their race. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because like the average Joe Schmo comes into a toy store or goes online because, hey, I want to buy some Ninja Turtle stuff. I used to love Ninja Turtles. Now he has options, right? So he's going to go with the easiest probably option, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Grabs them, you know what I mean? Like Dust, like this, he likes his Toon Tickles. I like the more techy, you know what I mean? Like you do have those options, but that's your decision to make. That decision is, you either have it now or you got to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you're in this stage, you're waiting, whatever, you're waiting on
but
both
Dave,
ends.
To your point too, Dave, is that these companies only have these licenses for a certain amount of time. So like to push these things out, they need to push them out. Like they need to get it done. Like, they would love to go back to figures that are high demand, and get an additional money out of them, which I think NECA is doing some, with the repacks and stuff like that. But the thing is that like they only have this license is not forever. Like they would have to rebid on this license. You know what I'm saying? People are going to come to the table next time when this license comes up and be like, fuck, turtles are awesome. I want it more. to ask for more money, and somebody's going to pay more money for it because there's a lot more money to make from turtles as the market is dictating.
So Dom, this is the point I was trying to make. Frank just basically said it better than me. Super 7 is obtainable, so they have a leg up.
Yep.
A lot of people have given up on NECA. You know what I'm saying? And I see that. I know
you're absolutely right. It's absolutely right.
Other collectors that aren't as into it as us. You know what I mean? We're collectors. We eat shit and breathe this all day long, right? But there's other guys that are just like, hey, I like Ninja Turtles. I like this. I want to buy it. And then when you show them the options, they're just going to go with the easiest option for them because they're not going to go with.
That's why it's so important to go to that platform,
right?
Because that platform, it's more collector friendly because it's easier for the collector to get the toy. They're not gonna go through the frustrations that NECA puts you through and hunting, waiting on a fucking website, refreshing and waiting for a fucking out of stock to turn back into in stock, or running to your fucking Walmart and talking to an employee that has no fucking clue what you're talking about, right. Or does and just playing a fucking playing dumb because they have it in the back and ready to sell it for $150. So it's like it's frustrating for a collector, and at the end of the day, you're right, Dave. They're going to go to the easier outlet because they just want that niche or that scratched itch.
So, I don't know why you got my wheels turning, right? So now let's go back to NECA, right? So we have these NECA 2-packs. They're like the one you just got, JD, for your birthday, right? The Casey Jones and Foot Soldier 2-pack, right? What's the retail on that? Is that $50 or $60?
Yeah, huh? It's like 50. It's $55. Yeah,
$55. Is that like a normal price point? That's a normal price point for that stuff for NECA?
For
or
NECA
it went up a little bit?
It's like $25 a figure.
Yep.
Okay. And do you warrant the $25 for each figure for that? Do you think that
they all come with a shit ton of accessories?
Mm-hmm.
They're worth what I think what you get for $25. I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Definitely, it's not like you're paying $60 for this fucking.
I mean, you can go to eBay and pay $100.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like that. That's what I was getting at, JD. Is so these
like where's your
they're worth $25, and to me, they are worth that too. They're worth the $25, $30 for a figure. But now, when you're paying $100, $125, $150 for a 2-pack set, you're upping that toy to $60, $75. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. Why do that? Why frustrate? But people want what they want, so they're gonna buy it. I saw those 2-packs going up in raffles where people were making $250 on a raffle for a set of those. It's like, really? You know what I mean? Is it that is it that much of a want for that? I guess there is. I kudos to the guys making the money. Let them make what they want. If people willing to pay it. But what I'm saying is, I didn't think that would go up to that level, $250 for a 2-pack of Ninja Turtle NECAs.
And it's just it's a lot of people who are new to the game and fear are caught in the hype in regards to the rarity of it, and eventually everything balances out. There's a peak, and then eventually trickles down to a reasonable price, and where you would where it would eventually settle to once the supply is gone, and you as a collector and being in part of the game, you really don't want to jump when those peaks happen. You don't want to buy anything when those peaks happen. You really want to wait the test of time and just see where the price eventually trickles down to and stabilizes for it, because
but how long is that, Dom? People want it now.
Exactly. It's in every market. Like sneakers does the same shit. It comes out, it fucking high demand, it peaks up high, and then eventually trickles down low, and it eventually settles down to a price that whether you're it's what's everybody's
There's still a lot of people trading this as a hobby, not an investment, mm-hmm. right? And they just want their goddamn toys.
Exactly. That's that. But I think with this with this kind of method, it just helps. I think in the long run it helps. It's a win-win for a lot of people. For collectors, for for businesses, companies, retailers, because retailers, like, they're not in the fucking I want to sell toys. Like, there is no more Toys R Us around here. The Walmart doesn't give a shit what toys they're selling. They're not making money off of toys. Target's not making money off of toys. They want you to come in and buy their fucking pillows and their fucking goddamn towels and kitchen sets and everything else that they have in that fucking store.
Right. So in that
Toys
case, just keep the kitty toys in the store. And I mean, this dude, no kids walking around. They're like, oh, it's the Casey Jones from that TV show that my uncle used to watch. I mean, they don't fucking care about that. I mean, don't even put that in a store. It's just dumb.
I think
very jaded.
NECA directs most of their product to adult collectors anyway. Like if you look at that section, it's just like mostly.
That's why they put it in the electronics section. They don't.
Yeah. Yep.
They don't put it in the kids section because kid walking down the kids toy store and they see fucking Freddy and Jason and
Godzilla and
yeah.
So I don't know why people are fucking out with this set either. I mean, come on, just if you get one, send it over here. But no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like I just feel like this is companies need to really think of how much money they're leaving out on it's a really for a business perspective and how much money they're leaving off on the table in regards to what potentially they can sell when they do a method like this, because sometimes you have gold and depending on market and demand, like you want to make sure you're getting every fucking drip of blood out there, and I think that just
I saw it.
So.
I saw that, Dave.
What you see?
I saw it.
I don't have it. I wish I did.
I saw
you do. You have it. I know you have it.
I don't have the Casey Jones animated pack. I have the movie one.
Yeah, you have the movie, the more harder pack. Yeah,
is it?
That's the one harder.
Dave.
That's the pack. Yeah.
Dave.
Who wants it? $350 right now. Just kidding.
I'll trade you.
Thanks to the blank went from the blank in the blank to return the blank. Do I win?
Right. Oh man, the good talk. I think we're a little past our 1.5 hour mark, but thanks for everybody listening. I'm gonna play a quick video about showing us the other great shows that we have on the network. If I can find it, there it is. Oh, there you go. You beating the drums?
Yep, I was doing it.
I picked my nose during that so nobody can see me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching. I'm going to go down the list so everybody can tell you where they're at, where you can find them. I'll start with Brian.
Brink Lasser on Instagram. And tune in tomorrow night for Figure Bangin'. Right? It's not Shelf Gravy tonight, right?
Nope.
No, that was last week.
It's a figure banging.
How about you,
Figure
Dom?
Bangin'. What are we doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? I can never get it out of you guys.
You a guess.
How about you, Dom?
Earthrise Skylinks.
Oh,
Dude, that would be great, actually.
Dom, let everybody know where you're at.
You can find me in the groups, Dominic Grasso, here Tuesday nights with you guys. Thank you, and be safe.
Cool. JD.
Pigment Surgery on Instagram, Xbox Live, JD Brochus in the Facebook groups, Shelf Gravy everywhere. Here with you guys Tuesday nights. Tomorrow night on New Figure Banging, and the opposing Wednesday, Shelf Gravy live tutorials. Thank you for everything.
Shelf Gravy live recipes.
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 Yes. Yep.
Hey, happy birthday, JD.
That looks like Matt Hurd.
That's Matt right there. Yep.
Dude, This looks like Meghan Markle to me.
I don't know who that is.
Do you think
No,
that
it
was
looks like
was her before she married what's her
Her
face?
name wants to be. Just come here. But all right, I'm Energon Addict. You can find me on Instagram, David Colon in the Facebook groups. And again, thanks for everybody watching. Until next Tuesday, we out.
Say it with me now.